Right, coming up next, now the 105-pound matchup. David Range, 28-0, unbeaten. Cleveland Heights taking on Nick Cianciola of North Olmsted, 25-2.
We've seen David Range in some of our prior broadcasts, Jim, Richmond Heights tournament champion, and boy, has he got some balance. He's real aggressive on his feet. He's a real slick, classy wrestler, just like his father, David Range Sr., former Olympic team member for the United States Olympic team. And little David from Cleveland Heights, he gets in deep on that single leg, comes up to the bear hug. I've seen him do this a few times. He gets the trip down to the mat. Cianciola finds himself down 2-0.
By the way, going on in the consolation bout, you got Mark Kuntz of Holy Name against John Topoli of Lake Catholic. And Lake Catholic over the years, of course, has had a great program. They had won a state title under Gary Volkman at that particular time, but some team called St. Ed's kind of gotten in the way.
Cianciola does a nice stand-up, good hand control, grabs the hands of Range, pops his hips out. Range, who's very good on his feet, really didn't put up the fight you thought he would, because I think he feels confident wrestling up on his feet for takedowns. Sort of let Cianciola go. He likes to be here in this position for takedowns. Now watch how slick Range is. He's got a good low stance and real fast, fluid moves, and he finishes the moves that he starts. He follows through. There's a snap down. He misses it, spins around. Cianciola checks him off. Now there's a little bit of muscle for position here. I think Range will get out of here. He doesn't normally like to wrestle in there that tight. Tries to duck a little bit underneath. Once again, you're seeing a little bit of tentative wrestling, Jim, in the finals. Let's face it, they're both going to Columbus, and they know it. They'd like to win it. It would be nice.
Especially if you're Range and you're 28-0.
And there's Range in on that single, like good, deep penetration. Whizzer by Cianciola, checking him off. Range slips right up to that bear hug again, just like the first one. He's starting to lose control of that bear hug. You see his hand slip off, and he loses it.
2-1, still the score. Range on top of Cleveland Heights. What a great year Cleveland Heights has had as we end the first period and are ready to start the second period.
Cianciola with that quick stand-up again. Range sort of with not too good of an effort to stop him, though. I think he doesn't mind wrestling on his feet, and he lets Cianciola go, and here goes Range again. Now, watch how Range sets up. He stays from the outside. He gets in on that single, and rather than working the legs, he immediately works up to that bear hug.
It's a 2-2 tie now between the two.
He did it successfully in the semifinal bout quite a few times, and he seems to like that. And he scores a lot of points that way. I think he surprises a lot of wrestlers in that he gets that deep penetration, and then he doesn't stay down on those legs. He comes right up into that bear hug and lifts him off the mat.
But look at how Cianciola tried to block him by staying low, but look at Range. He waited for it and just shot.
Well, he shot with his head down and a little bit too far out, and he got trapped. Let's see if he tries it again. Range has dominated the match so far. Really, he's been in control the whole way. Now he pushes Cianciola around. They go out of bounds. No, Range in on a beautiful double leg takedown. This time he doesn't come up off of it.
Oh, no points. No points. We should point out that both Range of Cleveland Heights and in our opening bout, Alan Freed of St. Ed's are both plain dealer all-scholastic wrestlers.
About a minute left in the second period with a tie score 2-2. Range taps that head, cuts in on that single. Nope, not quite enough. Cianciola has the underhook. One underhook, one overhook on the arms, and he's going to try and toss. It looks like he's going to try and toss Range by. Nothing becomes of it. Range pops out. This is where he likes to be, out. He doesn't like to tie up. See if he can hit something from the outside. Watch him tap the head. There he goes to the shoulders. And a head fake. He shoots again, a little bit too far out, and he gets trapped.
20 seconds remaining here in the second period. It's 2-2 now between Range of Cleveland Heights in the white and Cianciola in the black trimmed and orange of North Olmsted.
Referee calls both for stalling, and I have to agree. Seems that they're both very tentative out there.
5 seconds remaining.
Both have been warned for stalling.
That's the end of the second period. A 2-2 tie between David Range, unbeaten at 28-0, and Mr. Cianciola of North Olmsted. 1 minute remaining. 2-2 tie. Here in
Good penetration from the outside. There it is. Double leg. He comes up on it. Cianciola checks it off with the whizzer. He stops Range, although Range isn't done yet. Oh, and Cianciola slips out of it.
Crowd loved it.
Good aggressive wrestling. Now, they've both been warned for stalling, Jim, so neither one can rest on their heels on the rest of this bout. So you're going to have to see both of them go at each other. Now you see Cianciola open up a little bit. Looks like he's become a little more aggressive. I think they got a little scare from Range, again from the outside. Not a good shot for David Range. Too far out.
25 seconds remains in this bout. Still tied at 2.
And Range is wrestling right into Cianciola's hands here by tying up with him.
15 seconds remaining.
Range gets in there. Really doesn't have much. He's out front. He's cranking down on that head. He's going to try and throw him if he can. If he can't, we have overtime, it looks like.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, we're going to overtime. All right, there you see David Range in the corner, and Mike, he's right now, after that excellent third period of counter moves, he's got a little frustrated. I think he thought he had Cianciola right there near the end.
There's a couple times he had him, and you know who's reminding him of the mistakes he made. You saw Coach Larry Hoon, but you also see next to Coach Larry Hoon, if we can get a shot of him maybe later, David's dad, former, I believe, Olympic team member, who's got a couple notches under his belt in my name, by the way. He's handed me my hat a few times. But anyway, back to this action over here.
We're in overtime, and you go 1 minute, and we're with 45 seconds remaining and a 2-2 tie.
To remind our fans out there, 3 1-minute periods in overtime. Dave Range, good penetration in on that double, but you've seen Cianciola check him, but not this time. Range takes him to his back. Cianciola has to let go. Give Range a 2-point takedown for fear to go to his back.
It's 2-0. Remember, you started 0 in overtime.
Now, Dave Range is in control right here because there's only 20-some seconds left. He's got the arm barred. He's riding tough. They're both a little bit tired. He needs to ride him out for the balance of this period, and he's going to be in the driver's seat for this overtime period. It's so short.
13 seconds remaining. Cianciola's got to make a move, and now down to 5 seconds. And David Range is going to win this thing right now. Got 1 more to go. 2 more to go, excuse me. You play those 3 1-minute periods. That's 2-0.
We'll see a little strategy in here now. Cianciola has his choice. He elects to take the down position. Maybe he's thinking that he can get it. He can't score any points on takedowns. He can't score. He doesn't have enough time to put Range to his back, so he figures the fastest way for him to score a point here would be via the escape or a possible 2-point reversal.
Second period of overtime.
Cianciola stands again. Range comes down to the leg, switches into a double leg, takes him to his seat. Now he's going to try to drive him to his back. Cianciola has to let it go. He does. Goes to his belly.
45 seconds remaining.
Now you're gonna see here some of the fans start to hoot a little bit that they feel that Range is stalling. He works up a little bit for that cradle. Cianciola takes advantage of it, pops up.
2-1 now. Range on top. He likes being in that standing position, as you pointed out.
He's been checked an awful lot on his takedown attempts. I wonder if his father and his coach have told him that he had best make some good, clean takedowns.
22 seconds remaining here in overtime. They had a little problem there.
And we're going to pick it up after the injury. Jim, poor Nick Cianciola. I saw him in the semifinals. He's been banged around all tournament. He's got bruises and cuts on his cheek, on the side of his face. You see his head is wrapped, and a really dangerous gash it looked like on the top of his eyebrow area in the semifinal bout, but he showed a lot of intestinal fortitude. They patch him up and they send him out there. Coach Tom Milkovich says, get out there and wrestle. And wrestle he does.
Couldn't get the points, though, right there. And so it's 2-1 Range as we go into the third overtime, and they will again check to see if Mr. Cianciola is all right or not. We start the third overtime, and Range in the white leading 2-1.
Nick Cianciola has been attended to, and he's still bleeding. You can see that wrap around his head, and he's shown a lot of courage out there. He's kept Range, who hasn't really been close in a close bout pretty much all season. He's taken him into overtime. This is the third overtime period. There's 3 1-minute periods, as we stated. Range gets in on that single. Now let's see if he swings around behind or if he climbs up to the bear hug like he has in the past.
30 seconds remaining. Remember,
he's a little tired, Jim, so he may not.
Yeah. Range is unbeaten at 28-0.
No, he doesn't. Oh, stalemate.
25 seconds remaining.
Okay, now we're going to see something happen. Somebody has to do some range. Get on that double. Beautiful penetration. Lifts it up, takes him to his back. That'll do it, I betcha.
4-1 now, Range, with 15 seconds remaining in the bout.
Tilts Cianciola to his back, but referee says no, he rolled through. There's no back points. And now he's just got to coast him out. He can even afford a stalling point here. His 4-1 lead with about 4 seconds left.
And so David Range is going to go to 29-0, but Lord knows that he had to fight hard to retain it. So Cleveland Heights, you've got another big winner to go with your hockey teams, your basketball teams. David Range at 29-0, and he heads to Columbus in first place at the Mentor AAA tournament. All right, coming up now.